All right, Kadin. So our segment this week, normally we do something like our Hail Mary, our Audible, our fantasy picks of the week. But in the spirit of Christmas, since you have that nice hat on.
Thank you.
And I have this awesome sweater on. That's not an ugly
That's
sweater.
not what you named it, but yes.
I called it an awesome sweater, I think. If you remember, 2 years ago, we did, over Christmas time, we broke down, was it our Christmas movies?
I think you named movies that I've never heard of, because that's what you do. You try to do the most weird things as possible.
I literally...
Always. Debbie, is that not the Austin move? That is so the Austin move.
I literally have never picked the most random things ever. I always pick things that are the best things. My top 5 is the top 5. So today we will be breaking down our top 5 Christmas traditions.
That we do.
Not you and I, because we don't have traditions together, but our families independently. So
You can go ahead and take number 5.
So we're gonna start it. We each have different lists here because obviously, again, we don't do Christmas together. But so I'm gonna say my 5, Kadin his 5, and we're gonna work our way up.
What?
So my number 5, very fitting, I feel like, is to watch football on Christmas Day.
Okay. There's one issue with that, is that last year was the 2 years ago was the first time there's ever been football on Christmas Day.
Yeah, well, it's my favorite. It goes to number 5.
So I didn't put that on my list because I like
you wouldn't.
spending time with family.
ESPN, watch this guy.
Shoot.
He doesn't watch football
All right,
on
guys,
Christmas Day.
Mom watches the game.
Honorary mention, football. There you go. ESPN now will like me.
Yeah.
I already got the contract, so. Yeah.
So what's your number 5?
My number 5 is we do a lot of things on Christmas Eve. Okay. I know I'll get to it. Debbie in Austin clown me for it. Well, hold on. My number 5 is we always go to the Christmas Eve service at church. Always. Obviously. It's the candlelight service.
It's your number 5?
Fine.
No,
Since mine-
that's your number 5.
That's my 5.
Fine,
That's
put it at your 5. That's fine.
It's on my 5.
It's your 5.
We always go 5.
You put it at 5. That's
I
fine.
knew he was going to say. You are too predictable because I knew if I said that, you were going to go, why is it so low on your list?
Hey, at
No.
least it made the list.
Of course it would make the list. At least I don't have football on my list. Okay?
That's supposed to be a good thing on a football podcast.
Yeah.
It's not a flex.
Family
Okay.
over football.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. What's your number
All right.
4?
My number 4 is after my family opens the presents and everything, we make a cream cheese ball.
That's
It's
so
like-
gross.
No, it's great. It's like
No.
it's cream cheese and nuts and other cheese
This is getting close.
and
That's so gross.
like pomegranates
A
as
fruit?
well. Yeah. And then you have crackers and you like eat the cheese ball all day
You.
with the crackers and maybe jelly. It's a great time. That's at my number 4. I love that thing.
I don't want to go to Christmas with your family ever. I don't want to eat a cream cheese ball. Just kidding. You know, that's a great tradition.
Thank you. I like it a lot. I'm not shaking your hand. You're dogging on me for that.
No, I changed my mind.
Okay,
I
okay.
apologize. Thank you. Okay, my number 4.
Yeah, you're 4. You can't skip 3.
My number 4 is Christmas morning. We've always done a brunch with all my cousins and aunts and uncles, and they all come over to our house and we do brunch. So it's a huge array of crap. Again, my mind just went blank.
Of food?
Yes,
people?
of food, but
Of-
I was trying to think of what food.
What array goes on?
Oh, charcuterie?
No,
Oh.
ew.
What?
A charcuterie board
Yes.
of cheeses and stuff.
He already clowned on the cheese ball. He doesn't like cheese.
Yeah, no. No.
Olives?
Breakfast.
Oh, breakfast food.
Breakfast food.
Waffles,
No.
pancakes,
French toast?
French
casserole,
French toast stuff is there. Why can't I think?
Fruit?
donuts.
Well, yeah, fruit's there. Donuts is sometimes there.
Ham?
It's.
Picture it.
I am picturing.
All right,
it.
describe it to me.
This
Describe
is
it to
making me really frustrated. It's baked in a thing,
Yeah.
and it's
Debbie, ChatGPT this as we go.
it comes out. It's kind of yellow, and it's like you can like
Eggs?
chop it. Eggs are in it.
Like an egg bake?
Egg bake. Yes. Thank you. Fist bump me. It's an egg bake. Egg bake is there. Sometimes biscuits and gravy is there.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good foods there. So egg bake is my favorite, and that's what.
Okay.
And so we have a brunch.
That's very fun.
Could not think of egg
Food,
bake.
food for our fours.
Wow.
That works.
Food for our force. Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
All right.
Except yours is.
Mine is better.
Okay.
At my number 3, on Christmas Day, we always go to my grandparents' house. My family, my grandparents, my aunt, uncle, cousins are all there. Open the presents, and as it always happens, especially with younger kids, you know, they sell these toys to kids, but they never include the batteries. And so for my number 3 is the search around the house for batteries that work. You know, you're taking the batteries out of the remotes, trying to get this toy for the kids to work. You're going downstairs, like the old toys, trying to take batteries out of that stuff. It's a great time. You can never find the battery you need because they always use like a C battery, and who uses that except for in the big toys? So that's my number 3 is the search for batteries.
Oh, that's a fun one.
I think so.
Yeah, makes sense. And I think that's a pretty fair thing to say because I know I almost just spoiled my brother's gift.
Ooh, that would have been bad.
That would have been really bad. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Actually, I don't think he watches.
Which
but,
brother?
Brady.
Oh, okay. First off, here's an actual representation of Kadin with his family's egg bake. This was a picture from last year that Debbie pulled up.
What she looked like last year.
Yeah,
That's actually you.
that's what I looked like last
and
year
you
too.
say it was Brady?
It was.
Brady, whatever gift you got, it involves batteries. So
No. No.
No.
But yeah, I like that. That's fun.
thank you.
My number 3 is not actually on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, but in the Christmas time,
Okay.
my family, we will drive around and we'll go look at Christmas lights at people's houses. And sometimes we'll go to like Quill Hollow used to do a light show. They might still, but we didn't go this year. Obviously, the Marketplace did one
Yeah.
this year, and I kind of worked it. And yeah, so we go look at Christmas lights. We haven't yet this year, which is a bummer. And we're really busy this week. So I was
You're
talking to
losing
my
time.
mom about it yesterday, and she was like, I don't know if we're going to be able to this year. And I was like, oh, that kind of is a bummer. And I was like, why can't we this night? And we're
And
busy.
it's on your top 5 too.
I know.
They're not gonna let you do it on your
It's
top
number,
5.
it's number 3. So Christmas lights, number 3.
That's a good number 3. I like that one. For my number 2, every year for Christmas, again at the grandparents' house, we open presents. We look for batteries. We eat.
The more I think about it, the more I like that.
We eat dessert, which is normally an assortment of pies. And then as we're eating dessert, we are like opening our stockings at about the same time. And my grandparents always get scratch-off tickets to go in the stockings. And so scratching off the scratch-off tickets, that's part number 2. It's a great time.
Nice. So my number 2 is partially kind of like yours. We open presents on Christmas Eve. Okay?
Oh,
We open. That's what my family has always done, and I love it. It's what we've always done, and so that's partially like the number 2. It's just the whole Christmas Eve night and doing. That's what we've always done. So honestly, like we celebrate Christmas Eve just as much as Christmas Day, kind of. You know, that's what we've always done, and so, but ever since we were like little, I don't know the exact age, but we would always, me and my brothers, always, one of our gifts every single year, time and time again, no matter what, without fail, would be a calendar for our room. And so it would just, not a joke, like it wouldn't become a joke, but it would become a thing of, what calendar are you going to get this year, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and so some of the years, yeah, like the one year, what was like you get random calendars, like not random, but like I got a Star Wars calendar, and I'm not a Star Wars fan, but like just the calendars are fun, and every year it's like, what calendar are you gonna get? And the one year, my mom and we always we see the gifts under the tree, and we're like, these ones are the calendars. You can see it flat laying there. And so my mom got bowls from our house and put them on top of the calendar, and then wrapped it so it was like a hump, so you couldn't see the calendar. And so it's just a matter of what calendar you're gonna get. And so no idea what calendar I'm gonna get this year. Maybe I'm gonna get a
ESPN calendar.
my new job.
You never know.
Oh my. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Mom, if you're listening, give me an ESPN calendar. There we go. But that was my number 2. Kind of the whole Christmas Eve night of the opening with my family and being there, and the tradition of having on Christmas Eve and then telling everybody we open presents on Christmas Eve, and they're like,
And watching the reaction of what is wrong with you.
yeah.
For sure. All right, at my number 1. Drum roll, please. I have
No.
the Christmas Eve service, specifically when we light the candles and sing Silent Night at the end of the service. That's my number 1
You
Christmas
made me
tradition.
so mad. That probably wasn't your number 1. And
It
then
was my
when I
number
said
one
it
the whole
was
time.
5. You're
Nope.
like, oh, I'm gonna make this guy look so bad.
No. Actual representation of Kadin last year opening
I looked
his
like that
calendar.
too.
He looked like that too last year. Kadin, where's that sweater? That's a great sweater.
It doesn't fit anymore.
Can you do that face for the camera real quick?
No,
Can you make your eyes bulge like that?
no, they don't get that big anymore. That was last year. I've changed since then.
We'll
But-
see when you open the ESPN calendar how big it is.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture when I get the ESPN calendar, and it'll look just like that. I'll put that sweater on too.
Yeah.
My number 1, I like that, is also on Christmas Eve. After the service, we go back and we have a big dinner with our family. It's like we make like different stuff every year. Like the one year we did hibachi. My dad did hibachi. The one year we did just big steak. Like I had like the biggest steak I've ever had, and I ate it all. So it was good. And so we always do like a fun dinner after the service. And so I don't know what we're doing this year, because my dad said, what do you want for the Christmas Eve dinner? And I said, hibachi. And he said, I think it's going to be too cold to do that. I think that's his excuse, because he doesn't want to stand outside in the cold.
It's a good excuse. I wouldn't do that
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, it's a pretty valid excuse. I wouldn't want to either. But yeah, Christmas Eve dinner. You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a great list.
Thank
I
you.
won't dog on it too much, other than church being so low.
Kaden, real question though.
Yeah.
Why don't you do Christmas on Christmas instead of on Christmas Eve?
Well, we
You literally do every single
No.
thing.
we do Christmas on Christmas too. But we do
What do you have left?
we do Christmas Eve. We do Christmas on Christmas Eve with my family, like me, my mom, my dad, and Brady and Landon. And then sometimes like my grandpa will come. Yeah, he's came the last couple of years. And then so that'll be us, and we'll eat dinner, and then we'll open presents, and we'll be there, and we'll go to the service on Christmas Eve.
Right?
Yeah, we'll do Christmas. And then on Christmas morning, my cousins come over and my aunts and uncles, and we'll do like we do the brunch. They're over at our house for the whole day. We'll eat cookies throughout the day. We do a gift exchange
Not
with them.
cookies at 9 a.m.
Oh yeah, it's great. Especially like the Christmas sugar cookies for some reason.
Oh, I don't
So
know.
good.
Not sugar cookies.
Okay, dude, we got a
Conversation
whole
for another
like
time.
Christmas choir up there. You hear that?
I do hear that.
And then we do like a gift exchange with everyone. So we do Christmas on both days.
Interesting.
Whatever you say, man.
I love this conversation because I always get dogged on for it. And like,
That's your shit.
you hate it because you ain't it. You hate us because you ain't us. You know,
That's what they say.
you can't knock it till you try it. Someday you need to try Christmas on Christmas Eve and it'll change your life.
Maybe one day I'll try. Well, that's gonna do it for our episode. It's a great time. Got to recap the games, talk about our Christmas stuff, and like I alluded to earlier, this is
ESPN.
Caden's last episode. Caden, do you want to tell the viewers actually why you're not coming back, or are we gonna go with the ESPN? series?
No, I can tell them. Unfortunately, I am not going to ESPN.
Ah.
Would be really cool if I got like $1 million to go be on ESPN. But ESPN just hasn't found our podcast yet. We're just waiting. Like 2
waiting.
years' time,
Yeah.
we'll both be at ESPN. Like they're going to have a special segment. They're probably going to kick the Pat McAfee show off of the
Yeah.
air, and we're going to
That's what we're hearing in it. That's the word on the street.
That's what, yeah, like Stephen A. Smith reached out. He doesn't do their negotiation, but in negotiating, but in this instance, he did.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey,
Special occasion.
like 2 years' time, keep it going. Pat McAfee's gonna be gone. We're booting him, and we're putting you guys in because we really like you guys are up and coming.
Yeah.
You know, and we're like, oh, Okay, and they're like, keep this under wraps. So if you're hearing this, you
Don't
can't
tell anyone.
You can't tell
anyone.
anybody either. So, but so that's in 2 years. But for the next 6 months, I won't be here. Austin's gonna be continuing to do the podcast. I'm gonna be at YWAM, which is Youth with a Mission. So I'm gonna be doing missions work, kind of like what Debbie did. I'll be at doing a DTS school for 3 months, and then I'll be overseas in another country for another 2.5 months. So I will not be here. I will be in Louisville, Kentucky for a while, and then in another country, wherever that may be. And yeah, so Austin's gonna hold the reins of the podcast for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And then I'll be back for next season. And yeah. And then in 2 years' time we'll be at ESPN.
So obviously, as the season comes to an end, you get to see my lovely face and only my lovely face. Maybe we'll get some guests on here to kind of break up the monotony. But in the meantime, every time you don't see Kadin, make sure you say a prayer for him for discipleship training, and then obviously as the time comes around for his missions and everything like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Looking forward to seeing you guys, not next week because it's Christmas, so we won't be doing an episode, but the week after. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.